Hey there, welcome back to your next Bodyweight Basics Foundations workout. My name is Coach Sarah. I'm going to be helping you out today. We're going to do a complete head-to-toe total body workout. If you've missed the previous workouts in this series, no worries, you can hop in right with this workout today. And then if you want to circle back and do the other workouts in this series, I will link those in the cards above and description below. We're going to go ahead and get started with our first warm-up exercises, which is arm circles forward. So you don't need any equipment, you don't need any dumbbells, kettlebells, or any sort of equipment for this workout. I do have a chair behind me and a mat that I'm going to be using for some of these exercises. And then we also are going to be using an elevated surface. I'm going to be using the bench behind me for that. A couple more seconds and we're going to switch to arm circles in the other direction. All right, switch, other side. So like I said, we are going to use an elevated surface. I have the bench behind me that I'm going to use for that. If you don't have a bench at home, you can just use a kitchen counter, something that is sturdy, that is not going to move out from under you as you push against it. So you can use like a coffee table pushed against a wall, or I like to use a kitchen counter or something at kind of waist height, especially as we're getting started. So a couple more here, and then we're going to move to knee grabs. All right, so just pull the knee into the chest. If you need something to help stabilize you for balance, you can always use a chair. So what we're doing here is called a dynamic warm-up. We're doing some dynamic stretches, moving the joints through their ranges of motion. We did a little bit with the shoulder with those arm circles. Now we're doing the hips with these knee grabs in the forward direction. It's always better to start out your workout with this kind of dynamic stretching instead of static stretching. So like holding the stretch for a long period of time, that's something that we're going to do at the end of the workout after our muscles are already warm. So just nice and easy. A couple more seconds here. And then we're going to move to leg curls, which is going to move our hips through the other ranges of motion. So now we're going to go, I'll show you to the side, just nice and gentle. Kick the butt back. So now we're doing the knees. So we did the shoulders with the arm circles. We did the hips with the knee grabs. And now we did our hips with the knee grabs. And now we're doing our knees. So nice and easy here. Again, we're just slightly raising the body temperature up, getting the heart rate elevated, getting ready for the workout. Like I said, we're doing a head-to-toe total body workout today. We're going to be doing some push-ups. We're going to be doing some hip hinging, lots of stuff. Tip of the day today, things to keep in mind today. Form is king. We want to make sure that we're always paying attention to our form, doing things properly and safely. So I'm here to guide you through the entire workout. I'm going to provide tips and tricks, cues to think about for each and every exercise as we move along. All right, now we're going to do some deep breaths and side bends. All right, collect yourself. We're going to do a little mini squat, big breath in, and exhale. Good, big breath in, and exhale. Now we're going to go to the left. Nice, big stretch in the side body. So this one has a little bit of a hold to it. Now we're going to go to the other side. Big breath in and exhale. Exhale down. Now we'll go to the side. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to go to the other side. Nice stretch here. Again, this is a little bit of a hold. Relax. Let's do one more. And exhale. Very good. Remember, pay attention to your form. Take it one step at a time and just have fun with this. This is a great workout. You're going to feel really good at the end. First exercise we're going to do, okay, so we're done with the warm-up. First exercise we're going to do is a knee plank. So I'm going to get my mat out for this one. Just to protect my knees. You don't have to use a mat if you don't want to. It's optional. Oh, actually, I'm going to put this up on the other side. So what I want you to think about with this one is really bracing the core. So we're going to be on our knees. You can be on your hands or your forearms. I'm going to go on my hands. We're going to do a 30-second hold for this, but like I said, what I want you to think about is pointing your pelvis towards your nose. So I really want you to focus on contracting that core and holding that position for that length of time. So we're going to do 30 seconds. All right. So as we set this up, we want to make sure that the wrists, elbows, and shoulders are right in a nice straight line, pointing the pelvis towards the nose, and begin. Just breathe. So really thinking about keeping the knees, hips, and shoulders in a straight line. So we're not arching the back, we're not rounding the back, we're in a nice, solid straight line. You can think about kind of making sure that your hands are in a solid contact with the floor. Just a couple more seconds and rest. Very good. So that was your first exercise. Next one is that hip hinge exercise. We're going to be doing that one standing. So I'm going to show you again from the side. Pay attention to form here. This is one of the ones that takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but don't worry. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll feel. Remember from the last workout we did, I want you to imagine that you have a belt around your waist, and when I pull on the belt behind you, your hips go back. This is all in the hips. So we're going to do 10 of these. From a nice, solid standing position, inhale, and then exhale, push the hips back. Just until you feel your hamstrings engage, and then exhale to come up. That's 1. Inhale, and exhale. Good, that's 2. Inhale, and exhale. Let's talk about ranges of motion for this one. So all I want you to do is put your hips back just until you feel your hamstrings engage. Again, we're just getting used to this movement. We don't need to be going all the way down here if we have to round and do all kinds of weird stuff to get there. I want you to really focus on form, hips back, slight bend in the knees. We're not locking the knees out, so we have a little bit of a bend in the knees. All right, we're going to do one more. Inhale back and exhale. Very good. Rest. That was awesome. Now the next exercise we're going to do is that triple E push-up. So if you have your counter or your coffee table or whatever it is you're going to be using for this exercise, go ahead and get that ready. So I'm going to be using this bench. I'm going to lower it down just a little bit. So what I want you to do is pay attention to pushing through. Always with push-ups, we want to be pushing through the bottom heel of the hand, making sure that we have solid contact. Thinking also about the same form that we talked about with the planks, having the pelvis tilted up slightly, pointing towards the nose to brace that core. We want to maintain a nice, stable core as we go down. All right, so I'm going to do this from my toes. You can also do it from your knees if you need to. Ready? Inhale to lower. Exhale, push. Inhale to lower. And exhale. Another thing to think about with this exercise is the positioning of your elbows. You don't want your elbows way out here. You want them at about a 45-degree angle away from your body for a traditional push-up. Let's try and do one more. Real quick, get one last one in. Inhale and exhale. Very good. All right, those are tough. So don't worry if you can't get as many as I'm getting. Just focus on the number that you have. Write it down if you have a piece of paper handy. And then the next time you do this workout, try to get one more than what you did before. All right, our next exercise is a static lunge. I'm going to use my chair for this one just to provide some stability and support. So what I'm going to do is the foot that is behind me is the same side that I'm going to be lunging on. So I'm going to have my hand kind of on the chair, lower down slightly, and then push back up. I am pretending that my upper body is kind of pinned between two pieces of glass. So I'm not lunging forward, I'm not arching back. I'm kind of stuck in this middle position. And just going up and down, kind of like I'm on railroad tracks. So I'm going to switch sides and switch my chair. And I'll show you from the front so you can get a better view. Now, those of you that are familiar that have seen some of my workouts before know that I have an issue doing lunges on my right side. So you can see here when I'm doing it on my left, I can get much deeper ranges of motion. Let's do one more. So you just have to meet yourself where you're at, make adaptations, and keep going. All right, so got a couple seconds of rest here, and then we're gonna do our Superman, which is our back exercise. That's gonna be on our bellies. So we're gonna go ahead and get on our bellies to start. Arms forward. And what I want you to do is inhaling, legs are staying down, we're just moving our arms up, pause and hold, and then relax. Ready? Big breath in. Exhale, hold, and relax. This is not a big movement. Inhale, and relax. Inhale up, and relax. Good, keep going. What I want you to think about is not shrugging up so much. We want to keep our shoulders down as we come up. We are going to be feeling it in the lower back, but we don't want to be overarching too much. We want to keep our chin tucked in, nose pointed straight at the ground, up and down. Let's do one more. And down. Very good. Like I said, that one is not a big movement, but very effective in terms of lower back strengthening. All right, take a quick break. We just finished the first cycle. We're going to take a little pause, and then we're going to do that same cycle one more time. So we're going to start with our knee plank. I'm going to grab a drink of water. Again, 30-second hold here for the plank. Whew. Take a moment to collect yourself. Doing the workouts in this circuit style allow you to get a lot of exercises done in a relatively short period of time. We always want to make sure that we're leaving room for rest in between, but now we're ready to go and begin. Good. Remember, tilting that pelvis towards your nose, bracing the core as if we're preparing for someone to punch us in the stomach. Nice, solid. Again, not arching the back or rounding the back. We're making a nice, solid, straight line. Good. 10 seconds to go here. Just breathe through it. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Very good. All right, now when you're ready, go ahead and stand up. Prepare for that hip hinge exercise. Again, we're focusing on shooting the hips behind us until we feel our hamstrings lengthening, and then back up. Ready? Big breath in from a nice, tall, proud standing position. Hips back. And exhale. Again, keeping those shoulders down and back. Hips behind. And exhale. Another form cue to think about for this exercise is where your eyes are. Notice how my neck is a little bit extended in that position. What I want you to do is keep your chin tucked and the eyes travel down towards the floor as you go down. Again, slight bend in the knee, hips back, and exhale to come up. Keep that chin tucked, back, and up. All right, let's do one more. Hips back, and up. Very good. All right, now we're gonna do that triple E push-up again. All right. See if you can get one more than you got last time. Again, thinking about deciding whether you're going to go from your toes or from your knees, depending on the height of the surface that you're using. If you're using a kitchen counter, it might be difficult to go from your knees. If you're using something lower, you might want to start out on your knees. But again, thinking about pointing that pelvis towards your nose, nice braced core, nice solid upper body, lower body, one solid plank that just moves up and down. Pushing through the whole hand to come up. That's 2. Good job. All right, take a break if you need to at the top. Get right back into it when you're ready. Very good. Now this one, sometimes it can be a little challenging on the wrist depending on the height of your surface. So you can always try going from a lower position. I can't do that with this one because I have a harder time. It might, push out from under me and I don't want to fall. So, but again, if you're having issues with your wrist, you can try raising the surface up or experimenting with having it on an angle if the surface is solid enough to support you. So great job with those push-ups. We're going to move on to our lunges. I'm going to grab my chair. We'll start from the left side first. So you can see here I've got my legs on. My legs are parallel. They're not one behind the other one. So again, I'm going to pin myself in between those 2 panes of glass. And I'm just going to lower straight down like I'm on a track and back up. Down and up. Good. Let's do one more and then we'll switch sides. Very good. All right, now we'll do the other side. And again, my range of motion is not as far on this side, but I do what I can. Lower down and up, down and up. When I lower down, I'm thinking about pushing through the heel of the front leg to come back up. One more and up. Very good. All right, so we've got one more exercise in our strength circuit. That is those Supermans. So take a break, collect yourself when you're ready. You can move down to your stomach. And then we are done with our strength training for this workout. And we'll move on to our HIIT interval. I'm going to spread this out, lay down on my tummy. Make sure I have enough room to spread my arms out, but keeping my shoulders back. You can see the difference there. I'm shrugging. Now I've got my shoulders down and back. Legs down. We're going to just do the arms. So inhale, exhale. You see, it is not a big movement that I'm doing. And down. Raise up, pause, and down. Again, same concept as the hip hinge. I'm not looking ahead of me as I do it. You can see that that's going to put a lot of strain on my neck. I've got my chin tucked and I'm looking down at the ground. And up. If this is a little too much for your back, you can just start with one arm at a time and work towards both arms. Very good. Rest. Awesome job with that strength training circuit. Now we're going to move to our HIIT interval. I'm going to get my mat out of the way. Make sure you have a nice clear space to do your HIIT exercises. We're going to do a jog or run and some jumping jacks. And then for our next workout, I'm going to add some more exercises. So stay tuned for that. All right, there we go. All right, get a drink of water. Get yourself ready. Now, the point of these HIIT intervals, HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. Don't be intimidated by the high intensity. You get to decide where the intensity level is. We're going to start by jogging in place, 35 seconds, and begin. So I'm just going to do a nice easy jog to start because we're going to be doing this interval 5 times. This is a 5-minute HIIT circuit. We're going to be doing 35 seconds of work and 25 seconds of rest for each interval. So we want to get the heart rate elevated, but we don't need to be completely out of gas during the first or second interval because we still have 3 more to go after that. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. Take the rest periods. I know that it is short. Sometimes you might feel tempted to just continue on through the rest. Take the rest periods. That's why I put them in there for you. So please take the time to recover, catch your breath. Now we're going to move on to jumping jacks. You can either do traditional jacks or you can step them out. I'll demonstrate the step out versions first and begin. So we're going to do step to the side, arms go up and down. Again, the point of these HIIT intervals is to raise the heart rate, get that cardiovascular benefit to the body. So we are challenging our heart and lungs so they become more efficient. That's the whole point of cardiovascular exercise. Both are important. In this workout, we're doing strength. We already did our strength training to build our muscle base, and now we are working on building our heart and our lungs. All right, good, rest. So I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Got about 20 seconds here. I'm gonna pick up the pace of this next running interval. 10 seconds. Collect yourself. Remember, 35 seconds. You can do anything for 35 seconds. You've got this. And begin. Awesome. Just keep going. Remember to breathe. Get in that athletic stance, like you're sprinting down a track. Good, 15 seconds. You're over halfway done. Good. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Very good. Now we'll go back to those jumping jacks. So you can do, like I said, either the step out ones or you can do the more traditional jumping jacks. So I will demonstrate this time the more traditional style. I don't really know which one I like better because if you do these quickly, the step out ones, I still get winded. So we'll go ahead and start with regular jumping jacks. Begin. Good. Again, just breathe. I have no idea. I know I can feel my ponytail doing all kinds of stuff. So, good. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Very good. All right. Take a break. We are very, very close to being done. We'll go back to our running interval. This time, I'm going to run for the first, 15 or so, 20 seconds, and then I'm going to sprint for the last 10 seconds of this one. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and begin. All right. So I'm just going to establish my base. Nice running pace. Something that I know I can up the ante on in about 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right, 10 seconds. Go ahead. Pick up the pace a little bit. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. Wonderful job. You just finished your entire workout. Now we'll do some cool down exercises. So these are going to be some more static stretches. I talked about dynamic stretching in the beginning of the workout. Now we're moving on to more static stretches. We're going to start with some arm crosses. Very good job. All right, we'll do some arm crosses to the left. Get that nice stretch in the shoulder. So we warmed up with the shoulder first. Now we'll cool down with the shoulder first. So again, fight to get that shoulder down. We don't need to be shrugging way up here. So get that shoulder down. You're going to feel it in that deltoid shoulder muscle. Just breathe. Good. Release. And other side. Excellent job with that workout. These circuit style workouts always go by in the blink of an eye. You know, you get a lot of work done and not a lot of time. Total body workout, cardio intervals, warm up and cool down, all in one nice neat package for you. Good. We're going to move on to an overhead tricep stretch in just a second. Good. Release. Now one arm overhead. Ooh, that feels really nice. I did some arm workout yesterday. I did some arm exercises and I can feel this nice stretch all down the back of my arm. Don't worry if you can't get all the way behind. You can just do what you can. We're going to switch in just a minute. Very good. Overhead. So if you can't get all the way overhead and you just have to be here with it, that's fine. All I'm looking for is that you feel the stretch in the back of the arm. Very good. We're going to do a hamstring stretch next. I'll show you that one seated. I'm going to grab my chair. You can also have done the 2 previous arm exercises, arm stretches seated as well. So I'm going to sit towards the end of the chair. Actually, I'll show you from the side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick out one foot onto my heel, and then I'm going to hinge forward so you can see my movement is occurring at the hips, not at the upper chest. So I'm keeping my torso tall and I'm hinging forward. I'm feeling it all down the leg here. Very good. Hold for a little bit more here. Good. Now we'll switch. Kick out the leg. Hinge forward. So I'm feeling it all down the leg here. This is a great stretch for the entire back of the leg. Couple more seconds, and then we're going to move on to a quad stretch. Good. Relax. All right. I'm going to try it without the chair. You can always have the chair here for balance if you need to. I'm going to try it without, see how my balance is today. So leg to the back, heel to the butt behind you. You want to try and keep your knees as close together as is possible. And just breathe. You're going to feel the stretch down the front of the thigh or the quadricep. Good. Release. And now we'll do the, I'm not going to use the chair. I hope. We'll see. Some days the balance is good. Other days the balance is not so good. So we just have to kind of meet our bodies where they're at. Constantly changing. Just stay adaptable. Try to stay as balanced as possible. A couple more seconds here. All right, release. Excellent job. You just completed another Bodyweight Basics Foundations workout. You should feel very proud of yourself. You did a complete head to toe strength training workout and a cardiovascular HIIT interval with some running and some jumping jacks. This is not an easy workout. You did a wonderful job. If you're interested in more workouts like this is part of a series of Bodyweight Basics workouts. All of the videos are found here on my Next Step Fitness YouTube channel. So if you liked this workout and want to see more, Please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you are notified every time I upload a new workout. I really appreciate your time. I would love to connect with you if you have any questions about the exercises we went over today or need additional tips and tricks for your specific situation. Please connect with me on Instagram, Sarah C. Fullerton on Instagram, or on Facebook, Coach Sarah with Next Step Fitness. I look forward to seeing you for our next workout. Until then, just focus on taking the next step because that's what leads to lasting success. See you next time.